Hi guys, I'm Uncle Richie.
Yo, what up? JMoney's back.
And this is C10. And you're listening to the Uncle's Podcast.
Set mana! Hey! JMoney! How are you, brother?
Bro, good. Feeling good, actually. I was just chatting to you off the camera around.
Yeah.
When you have a long day at work, just good to like come, chill on the potty, have a chat, have a laugh, bring the energy. Big energy.
Biggie.
Yeah. But I'm good. Good yourself?
Yeah, bro. Same. We had a round of golf on the weekend.
Yes, sir. We did.
Pretty exciting stuff. The weather wasn't the best,
Yeah.
but some of our swings were pretty surprising, I'd say.
Yeah. Your club set was immaculate. You got a tailor-made driver.
Hey, shout out to Liv's
Lives
dad.
I rocked up and I saw Richard's kit in the bag and I was like, bro, this tailor-made driver, there's all the irons are Wilson, even the putter's Wilson. Like, I was just like, this guy is bringing his A game. No, but I felt with the driver that when you like connected,
Yeah.
bro, like you could see the difference between that driver and my old driver. My driver's quite old and it's like a less well-known brand, I guess. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter. It's like how you use the club, but so you technically
Each to their own.
Yeah. But no, that was like I had a really good time, even despite the rain being.
Oh, it was a great day, Sunday, and we actually shot some content.
Yes, sir. We did.
So vlog number 3
Yes.
incoming on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
Some really good like parts from you and I too as well to kind of.
yeah, man, you're one. So guys, if you like a bit of golf and you want some, spice up your Wednesday night, make sure you tune in for that episode on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But on the topic of golf, we decided we'd touch on or speak about golf and some of the life meanings
That's true. Yeah.
golf has. So, I mean, we can go back and forth. What's one of the life meanings that come to you when you think of the game of golf?
Yeah, I was actually having a short chat with another guy that I played with a couple of weeks ago. His name's Josh Schomburg. He listens to the podcast. Shout out, Joshy.
Shout out, Josh.
And we were talking about when you look at the game of golf, you'll have holes where you play so well, and then holes where you don't play so well. And if you apply that same principle and way of thinking to life, like in life, you'll have moments where you'll be blessed with so many things. You'll have happiness. You'll have all these things where you're like, you're feeling on the top of the world. But conversely speaking, when you go through and have a bad hole and you shank the ball, it goes missing, you lose a ball, you tee off again. I think it's just like reminding yourself that taking those things one day at a time or one hole at a time, and reminding yourself that I think sometimes we get too carried away in, overthinking about certain things. So I think, probably the biggest thing I'll take in from that is just, there'll be times when you have good days and there'll be times when you have bad days. Like golf, there'll be times when you play really good in certain holes, and there'll be times when you just like, for the sake of it, I keep slicing the ball, doing things like that. What about yourself?
Oh, for me, it'd have to be the swings that you take. So, like you said when we were chatting before the podcast, you didn't really know what you were doing wrong in your swing until I took the video and sent it to you.
Yeah.
So once you had a look at, how you were swinging the ball, it's like anything in life. Like you got to get your planning done right, preparation done right before you actually make that connection with the ball. Speaking in golf terms.
Yes.
So you got to make sure, I guess, your elbow straight, depending on how far the shot's going to be, making sure that you're not swinging too far back.
Yes, yeah.
Making sure that it's straight and your follow through is direct. So, I mean, in life, how I look at it is, you know, setting those small targets throughout the week. You know, whether it's you know, a gym session in the morning, a 5K run Wednesday. You know, all those little things are, you know, adding up to whatever goal you may have, whether it's, you know, I want to lose 5 kilos or I want to get that 6-pack or, you know, any of those things. That's basically about getting your swing right so that, like you said, when you hit that big drive, you're hitting the ball right on the sweet spot and you get that golf sound that...
Yes.
And then you know, once you get your swing right, you get the ball to where you want it to go. So I think, in life, it's all about your preparation.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I also think, like, further to that, what I noticed was when I had you record me for the vlog and you sent through that video after, I think also another thing that I realized that I could sort of apply similar to the way life is when you take a step back and view yourself from other people's angles. And, you know, like, I didn't really notice that for my golf swing it was quite short. I don't really go and drag it back enough. And I feel like whereas I could do that, I could get more power through the ball and hit through the ball a little bit better. So I think another point to that is that when you were recording me, like, I just had to take a step back and see from a different perspective how my swing is. Because when you're playing, you're like, it's more of a feel thing. Where you're like, if I feel like I'm hitting the ball well, it's going well. But also, like, taking that step back and then looking at it from a different perspective, which I did through you recording me for the vlog. But I think another analogy is just making sure that in life, sometimes you put yourself in other people's shoes and see the behavior that you might do or something that you might do is how that impacts them and how that impacts yourself from a different perspective too as well. So I think, there was another big thing that I took out from the golf thing. But I think it was, a really good day despite the weather.
Oh man, it was a great day. And another thing that sort of I just remembered was, I think it was either hole 7 or 8, and we had just had a shithole.
Yes,
like we had one of the worst holes. I think you lost the ball, I lost the ball. We were up to like 8 shots already on this one hole, and what got us to the next hole and what made us play really well was, you know, our self-talk and our manifestation.
Yes,
after that hole, we literally said to each other, like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like, let's go again. We're gonna do this. And I think that's a big thing in life as well, is confidence in yourself. You know, I find myself, whenever I go into the office, like, and I have a shit day, it's probably because, like, I told myself in the morning that I was going to have a shit day. So I think having the confidence and manifesting that, you know, I'm going to get a birdie here or I'm going to hit par on this hole, it just makes a big difference. And we saw that on the weekend.
Yes,
you know, when we changed our mindset, both of us got a par each. And like, oh man, that feeling was just amazing.
That was so good. Bro, you know, it took me so long to get a par. And I think, like, like, once I finally got it, and I think to your point, that's definitely right. I just wanted to ask you, with that confidence element and having that self-belief, do you think because of Islander culture and I guess more so PNG culture, we're always told to humble ourselves? And I think, I don't know, I'd love to hear your thoughts, but growing up, you're always like, you know, you don't speak until you're asked to speak, or, you know, you're always kind of brought up in a way that you never show or boast about yourself. Like, humility is such a big thing. And I think that's something that I'm also learning through in my professional career, is just like having that self-confidence to back yourself, which, I mean, sometimes I lack. And then that's impacted by the way I'm presenting something, because I'm also going in and feeling like, fuck, I can't do this. Whereas, I think to your point, just like being like, you know what, I'm going to go in and smash this presentation, or I want to go in and just that have this energy that shines through the way I talk or the way I do things, which, I don't know if it's sort of the upbringing that's impacted it a little bit, but I mean, I'd love to hear what you think about that sort of.
It definitely has a lot to do with it, because I've heard a lot of Pacific Islanders in their podcasts speaking about that, being taught at an early age to be humble, and it also comes with your faith too. In Christianity, you're being taught to not be someone who's out there and sort of flamboyant and is loudly spoken, but someone who's humble, reserved, respectful, all of those things, which are good values to have. We're not saying that they're bad.
No.
It's just in a society today where you need to be someone who's confident and outspoken and someone who knows what they want. It's really important to have a balance. Know that you are humble, you are respectful, but also you're confident in who you are and what you're going to deliver on, and so what you need. You need to be confident in those areas. So, that was a good point, because I think I look back to my past and for some time there when I was in my early 20s, I look back at it now and I had a bit of the a victim mindset, or had a victim mentality, and I was sort of blaming everyone for the way my life was, and because I fell into that sort of that hole of being a victim, it kind of damaged my sort of focus, my goals, my view on my outlook on life, and how I viewed certain people, because I thought, oh fuck, like I've done my knee here, like why do I deserve this? And then not looking sort of to the future and brighter days, instead just looking down and being like, maybe this isn't for me, and like, why does he have that and I don't have this? That sort of victim mindset, and once I got out of that, oh man, it's like, it's the funniest thing ever, because you realize how stupid that mindset is. It's literally just silly. But when you're in that mindset, I tell you, it's really hard to get out of it, because it's drilled into you. So I think, going back to your question, finding that confidence, I think the biggest thing for me was finding a group of like-minded individuals who believed in me, gave me the confidence to be myself and grow. If you don't find that right group, and you're in a group that is always bringing you down, then you're never going to get out of that hole or that mindset. So that's one big thing to keep in mind for those people that are in that same space.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point to end on, because I feel, to that point you made around being around people that give you, they reflect you and give you good energy to kind of focus on yourself, and they support you. Similar to that hole, and like that hole where we didn't play well, and then you were like, "Come on, let's go change this. Think about this. Like, think positive. Like, let's get a birdie here. Or let's get a par here."
Yeah.
If you surround yourself with people that want the best from you and give you the confidence that you need to go and back yourself, I think that's like golf, like anything in life. If you want to go and do something, and you have that support from people that are close to you, and you spend time with, there's no doubt that you'll be able to get there with their support.
That's it.
That's it. Latrell Nick. Oh.
And we're back. So we brought back the game segment. I know some people have been missing this part of the Uncles, but it's back now, and I've got 10 quick fire rapid response questions for JMoney. Now, he hasn't seen these questions. He doesn't know what to expect, but he's got let's give him 10 seconds to answer. There's a few true and false in here,
Yes.
but they're basically based on Papua New Guinea. So let's see if Jackman is a true Papua New Guinean.
Oh.
Alrighty. So, first question. In what year did Japan invade Papua New Guinea?
1941?
Really? Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
You got it.
Shout out to the Raval
Shout out to
War
the
Cemetery that I visited.
That's really good. Nice, bro. Nice. Alright, true or false? The discovery of gold along the Bulalo River in the 1920s led prospectors to venture into the highlands where they found about 1 million people living in isolated communities.
I think that's true.
Ding! Yeah! He's right again.
Let's go.
That is true for any of you
That's a very
historians
interesting
out there.
fact.
How good is that fact?
I just feel like because the Highlanders were so isolated in the mountains, I think they wouldn't have been able to like venture out further. And
100%, bro. And 1920s.
that's only like 115 years ago.
It's not long.
Actually, not 100.
It's 100. Wow.
Quick math.
Alright. We're up to our third question now. In what year did we gain independence?
1975. 50th anniversary coming up next year. We're going to have a big celebration.
We'll be there at Beanley, Bill Norris Oval.
Yes, sir.
The uncles with our big banner.
Yes.
Selling some merch.
Achievable.
Yes, achievable. That's the only goals we set here are the uncles. Alrighty. Fourth one. True or false? The state of California is bigger than PNG.
False.
PNG is slightly bigger. Shit, ding. Hey. Yeah, 4 out of 4. Go, JMoney. Alright. What country is connected to PNG?
Indonesia.
Ding.
I had to think about that one.
Yeah, like.
Should we say West Papua? West Papua.
Indonesia,
Yes.
Nice, Jackman. That's correct. How many provinces are there in PNG?
Actually was researching about this. It's an odd number.
Yeah.
I'm thinking either 19 or 23.
5, 4, 3,
19.
22.
22?
Close. One wrong so far.
Yeah.
Doing pretty well.
Name all of them. Sorry, guys.
That's actually the next question.
No.
How many seasons does PNG have?
2.
Yeah. Nice. Wet and dry.
Yeah. I was going to say rain time, sun time.
Alright. What is the name of the tallest mountain?
Mount William.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
Where's
boy.
that?
Western Highlands, I think.
I'd love to go there.
I would love to climb it. Yeah. That and Kokoda Track.
Oh, yes, sir.
What religion is most prominent with 64.3% in Papua New Guinea?
What? 64.3% is quite a large number. Say Christianity.
Christianity is the whole religion, so
okay.
it's one within the Christian religion.
That's a trick question. So I didn't really... Okay.
Because Christianity is like 100%.
Yeah.
Let's say we're a Christian country.
Catholic. Oh no, that's a no.
It's actually Protestant.
Oh.
Yeah. So
because there's different
Anglican, Lutheran, they're all underneath the Protestant side, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas Catholic is
It's
about
own.
like 30, 40%.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I need to educate myself on that, but that's a very good fact. So 6 out of 8 so far.
Yes. 2 wrong.
2 wrong.
No, sorry. 9 out of 7 because this is the last one.
Okay, so.
Okay. Last one. Now this is a very important one as well.
Yeah.
Bit of history behind it. True or false?
Sure.
the word Papua is derived from a Malay word describing the frizzy Melanesian hair, and New Guinea or Nueva Guinea was the name coined by the Spanish explorer Inigo Ortiz de Retes in 1545 because he noted the resemblance of the people to those he had seen along the Guinean coast of Africa.
That is very true.
Yay!
Yes, sir!
JMoney, he's done it!
I did not
He's
know
done
about the Papuan meaning.
Yeah.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, frizzy Melanesian hair.
Yes.
It's a Malay word.
Because I remember, I don't know if someone was pulling my leg or anything, but they said Papuan was the meaning like sunset or horizon, which I wasn't really entirely sure. I believed them because it was like them, but I did not know that. So thank you for enlightening me with that.
No,
but I didn't know
worries.
about the New Guinea meaning because I was like, I remember reading that. I was doing some research.
Yeah, so the Spanish were big sailors back in the day, and along the West African coastline you have the country named Guinea, Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau, the Gulf of Guinea. So basically when they sailed over to Papua New Guinea, they saw the same people and were like, this is New Guinea. That's crazy. Back in the 1500s.
Yeah.
Back in our days.
Bro, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
And then to think about that, and when they, like, what Australia is now in terms of that, like, there's still like history itself in terms of us not getting seen by the Western side of the world until, like, early. I mean, obviously there might have been interactions before that, but yeah, it's like 1500s. It's a while, like there's like 600 years ago, but there's like so much history behind that too as well, which...
So much.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what time would have been like then.
Yeah.
No phones.
No
podcasts.
No podcasts.
Just stories.
Just stories.
Around the fire. Wow. But now let's actually conspiracy theory on top of that. I was listening to Joe Rogan the other day, and they were talking about, not sure who he was talking with, but they were talking about how third world countries will never develop because of first world countries needing them to be third world in order for first world countries to keep economic power.
Yeah.
Big conspiracy theory, I thought, when I heard that, but it just kind of made sense in a way. Like, you start asking all these questions like, did we need to gain independence in 1975? Or should we have had a couple more years? Or should we have been earlier?
Yeah.
Like, lots of different questions raised when you hear about these conspiracy theories, because then you look at, all of Africa and, the beauty and the challenges they're facing at the moment, and then you kind of look at Papua New Guinea and you sort of draw the same similarities within what they've gone through and what we're currently going through now, especially being countries that have lots of gold, copper, oil.
Yes.
It's like the whole west coast of Africa, gold, copper, oil deposits, and why aren't those countries rich? Then I guess that's how these conspiracy theories come across is, why aren't we already developed? Why don't we have the money or the infrastructure to be able to support our people? Because we definitely have the resources. I mean, first world countries don't have those resources. They get the resources from us.
Yeah.
So why is it like that? Like, those are the questions that I'm starting to ask myself.
Yeah. No, that's so good. Like, really good to sort of think about it like that, because I remember I was just out of just Googling things, I looked at this thing called the doctrine of discovery. And it
wow.
talks about back in the 1400s how the world itself, when explorers from like the Western countries like Europe and Spain and things like that would find new places, they would use this doctrine of discovery to say that given that they went a land of Christ, it means it's terra nullius, so no man's land. And that's why there's this thing around Australia and all this claiming that terra nullius was a thing, because when it was first discovered, because it was in the land of the Christ, or through what the Queen had spoken about. Obviously, the history of it, I'm not really familiar or really across it, but briefly speaking. So, and then back to that note, like you look at that back then, like they had churches and everything, but now it's sort of flipped around in a way where the first world countries are moving towards that atheist kind of view where they don't believe in a god. Everything's like science-led.
Yeah.
Whereas then you think about those developing nations, they only have faith as their biggest thing to think about, and like that's flipped around. Like, because, I mean, not to sound politically incorrect, but I think faith was given to us by our knowledge and interactions with the Western world.
Definitely.
And then for that to be passed through us. And now if you look at most of the developing nations, whether it's through Africa, Christianity, or PNG, the 64% of populations, are Christians and things like that. I think that's a similar story across in developing nations. So I think, that itself too, as well as another thing that really kind of, a bit like wigs me out a bit, because it's just like, we were like, obviously, like it's been thought, and like the Bible came in and things like that. But another conspiracy theory to think about that's just flipped around where,
we don't want to get too far into the rabbit hole, but those are definitely good things to think about. And I think one episode we should just talk about conspiracy theories.
Yes,
because I'm a big fan.
Yeah, you should see the Netflix stuff or.
Netflix. Even when the Super Bowl was on, they were talking about Taylor Swift and is she part of?
Oh yes, I heard about that.
The NFL and the Illuminati and all that. So.
And how the government's just wanting them to be there so they can get the cheap stuff.
Well, there was some crazy stat where they said like Taylor Swift has a huge following now.
She does.
So if she woke up one day and decided to put on a Donald Trump shirt, he would win the election. Like hands down. So I mean that's just crazy.
I think she's come out before and supported someone in her own our home state or in Tennessee for like governor. I think privately they were saying that she's a Biden fan. So I think, but she does have so much power.
That's crazy.
Substantial amount of power, I think.
Well, guys, make sure you watch our vlog.
Yes.
On Wednesday night.
And please, give us any tips if we can improve our golf game.
Make sure you like those vlogs because we're trying to do something different for you guys. Show a bit of the uncle's side that you were supposed to never see.
Thanks, Richie.
See you guys.